crazy, huh? What's the reason? Don't you wanna be my baby, huh? You the lightning, I'm the thunder, baby, recording the storm. You hiding from the hunter, I see you, shorty, it's on. I know you like me, but for now you just keeping it undercover. Like a balaclava, love is hot as lava. You do me, give it to me, papa. It's not over till it's over,
I can't hear you. I don't know why I can't. I wonder if you're connected to a car. Again, someone do TTS. Test. Hello? Oh, it's connected to another car probably. I like it when the screens just change into dim mode on itself. I love it because then I cannot really see what's going on anymore. It dims automatically. Speech was not on, that's why.
Chiefy J says, TT.
Alright. And well, let me see what I missed. Repeat, please. Por favor. What did I miss?
Probably WW3 says, Chiefy is big gay.
No. I mean, I had women on my stream. Granted, I never kissed them on stream. I mean, would I just to prove a point? Not too sure, honestly. I don't think so. I mean, if they were very comfortable with it, then yeah, I'll do it. But I don't have to prove a point like that. Cause I wonder where Orby is though. Which
Probably WW3 says, did you see Sam's stream yesterday?
well, I'm not gonna lie, I did, but we're not gonna talk about it because that's what they want. They want us to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it. At least not on this channel. Who knows? I might be open to talking about it on another channel, but not on this channel.
Mikey Angelo says, what did Sam do?
He did like a therapy session with individuals who were doing like a mock-up of a drama.
Probably WW3 says, it was so scripted.
You were doing like a mock.
I've seen better acting in porn.
It was more of a mocking of the drama I have with someone else. Those individuals were basically just mocking the situation and basically mocking me to try to react to it. But right now, I'm not really reacting to it. I'm just letting you know what happened last night. That's it. I don't get any
Stream Elements says, we're taking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute 30 seconds. Probably WW3 says, they were making fun of Andy's situation.
Yeah. Which is funny that they need to do that. I'm not trying to react to it. It's funny. We'll talk about it or react to it on another channel, not my channel, because I know my channel.
You should reconsider your friendship with Sam.
Nah. I mean, I don't think he noticed that they were mocking me. I don't think he noticed, which I understand. It's no big deal. So, but clearly it was a way for them to use their time very wisely since they're full-time streamers and they barely get like what, 20 viewers?
Probably WW3 says he gave them a platform.
I mean, not really. Sam is much newer and he has a much smaller, less following. So like, it was the opposite. They have a lot more followers. Granted, their viewership is not that big at all. And they made scripted drama last night to mock me, and it's funny that they're using their time so wisely, and they're making no money out of it. Because like they're full-time streamers, like they're not really focused on making money, which is really weird, you know. But I'm not a full-time streamer. I mean, I could talk about drama if I wanted to, make no money, I'm still fine. But
Mikey Angelo says, so you watched Sam yesterday?
yeah, I watched
Probably WW3 says, they used your drama for content, you should take offense.
No, I did. I don't think Sam knew about it. I think he thought that it was real drama between them two. Basically. But I could tell it was fake, obviously. It was terrible acting for sure. I mean, they're good liars, for sure, in my opinion. But they're terrible actors. Acting and lying are two different. They're similar, but they're two very different things.
Probably WW3 says, there's no way he knew about your drama.
No, he knew about my drama, yeah, but he didn't know that they were mocking me. I don't think he understood that. I mean, I don't blame him, because his first language is not English. So I don't think he fully understood the concept and the complexity of like mocking someone. I'm not 100%.
He was complicit.
I don't know if he really realized it was mocking me. I don't think he realized that. That's what I'm saying. You know, he only lived 5 years in the U.S. for college, and that's it. Like, how can he consume that much westernized culture, information about mocking people? You need a lot more time to.
You aren't smarter than Sam.
What? Why do you say that? Well, everyone thinks I'm dumb. I'm not. Like, she thinks she's ahead of me, And she keeps saying that I think I'm ahead of her. I am ahead of her, which is hilarious. I am ahead of her. I'm just choosing not to proceed. That's why. Just like she claims, she's not proceeding.
The English isn't my first language is his get out of jail free card.
She's claiming that she's not pursuing legal action only because I'm an idiot. What the fuck? She started that card because she knew she fucked up really bad because she recorded our call, private call, and she put it on stream, which is super illegal. Not a little illegal. That's super, super illegal. And I don't think she realized that until I told her. Oops. And that's why she backed off. Backed off per se. So if there's a defamation lawsuit and she proceeds, then she has a criminal case, which I don't think she wants. I don't want that for her, honestly. And people want me to proceed it, but I don't want to. Let's not talk about this. Let's talk about like the ATM business or something like that. ATM business. We'll plop up some ATMs on some spots. We have to make a contact with. Alright, I should have my food ready actually. My food should be ready. Okay. This car is the longest car I've seen.
MR Peggy Hill says, "Hi Warcraft Andy, I'm here for you."
What's up?
Probably WW3 says, "I'm just saying, you need to call out Sam." DJ Brew says, "Sam is everywhere." Probably WW3 says, "Otherwise you're a doormat."
No, I don't think he realized that they were mocking me.
MR Peggy Hill says, "When will you be applying for the home equity line of credit?" Mikey Angelo says, "Sam is everywhere."
Yeah, I know.
Sam is a tripod.
Apparently, we have a lot of rats in my channel too. Like, apparently, a lot of y'all, I don't know specifically, tell these two individuals every little thing I say on stream. But I don't even say it's them. I don't even say their names. Like, I'm allowed to talk about anyone, just don't say their names. In my opinion. It should be fine. I'm not saying extremely personal information. Hold on.
Says, "Why don't you set a definitive date where you will apply for the HELOC? Why are you so lazy about this?" Mikey Angelo says, "What if your opinion is wrong?" Probably WW3 says, "M might bull you, but I do take kindly to others bullying you." Scentless Apprentice says, "I don't talk behind anyone's backs from private discussions and I've talked to everyone."
Well, the thing is that it was a private issue and she made it public. The thing is that the original issue, I decided to, I guess...
Mikey Angelo says, "He just likes to talk about tea." DJ Brew says, "Twitch loves drama."
I mean, I didn't want to talk about the drama right now on my channel, but all of y'all are talking about it, so I guess we have to talk about it, I can't ignore the whole chat, Like, all of y'all are talking about this now. Lord. I wish it was shade area. There's no shade anywhere.
Mikey Angelo says, "You changed subject and control the chat."
I don't know how to control the chat, obviously. You weren't here for this. So, let's talk about this situation from like back in the day. Not too far back.
MR Peggy Hill says, "What is the drama? Can't someone give me the TLDR?" DJ Brew says.
So Michelangelo, you weren't here for this. So back in like when I had the camp stream, the first camp stream with this person is because I couldn't control my chat, or my moderators just couldn't control my chat for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not blaming anyone really, but basically that community got super offended that my community was trying to get me to kiss them during the camp stream, and that community got super offended and DM'd that streamer, and the streamer didn't see it until like the next morning, and she didn't tell me about it until like she went live. She went live later. And she talked about it on stream without even talking to me in private about it. So like, because I lacked control of my chat while I'm doing IRL interactions, it's my fault. The thing is, like, I mean, I was focused on interacting in IRL. That's my focus when I do IRL. If I have a person in front of me, I focus on the person in front of me, not on chat. Everyone knows this. It's always been like this. I have to put up the AC or we're gonna overheat pretty soon. I have to turn off the charger.
Why would another person's chat get super offended by that? That's just a weird take.
No. It's. I can tell you why. So the other community is a Simpy community. So they're protecting their queen, and they take offense to like things like kiss her. They take super offense to it because like they don't want me to kiss her. Obviously, even if she allowed it, they wouldn't allow it. That's one reason why. Another reason why is they take it as SA, sexual assault. So if I try to kiss her, that's sexual assault automatically. But I'm not gonna try to kiss her just because chat tells me to, obviously, which I did not. I completely respected her 100% to the T, and she knew that. The thing is that her chat corrupted her to make her think that I was like malicious, but it wasn't. All she needed to do was talk to me in private, and that's it, and it was settled. But she didn't talk to me in private. She made it public. So that was her issue. She makes things public, and it makes it a lot worse. It escalates the issue.
Kiss her because someone else is pressuring you, then that can be considered SA if it's unwanted.
No, I know that, but the thing is like, because I didn't constantly look at the chat, it was my fault. Because I wasn't focused on chat, I was focused on her, and that's it. Like, that was my main focus when I do IRL, especially when someone, if it's like a romantic thing that's going on, yeah, I'm focused on them, not on chat. I wasn't paying attention to chat at all.
MR Peggy Hill says, I'm not talking about that. I'm asking people here if her chat was super offended.
Well, I don't think anyone in here is from her chat, so no one here to answer that. Okay, so it looks like I don't have a fork. They decided to not give me a fork. That's great. I don't need a fork to eat.
Because I don't trust your judgment. I trust chat's judgment than yours.
Well, the thing is that my chat from back then is not the same chat as it is now. This is from December. So, there's no one to confirm. You would have to, like, talk to her people from back then, which is most likely the same people because they're very loyal, dedicated Sims, very loyal, dedicated Sims. There we go. I got the sample. I got the balanced bowl. Balanced bowl. Healthy. Alright.
MR Peggy Hill says, why don't you have loyal, dedicated Sims?
I don't have any Sims.
Bogzilla says, you were one of them. Why you acting like you weren't?
Well, I was in IRL, so I wasn't a simp.
DJ Bruce says, where is the protein?
If it was in IRL, she was right in front of me, so I wasn't in chat.
Doug 714 says, hi Jay.
What's up, Doug? What's up, DJ? Where's the protein?
MR Peggy Hill says, is this Chipotle?
Yeah, it's Chipotle. It's chicken protein.
Mikey Angelo says, it doesn't count if it's in IRL.
No. I don't think it does.
DJ Bruce says, oh chicken.
Yeah.
Probably WW3 says, we might give you shit as viewers but we don't like seeing other streamers clown on you. MR Peggy Hill says, you can do drive-through for Chipotle, that's kick-ass. Doug 714 says, is this another short stream?
Yeah, it's my lunch break. Yeah. See, I understand probably.
Probably WW3 says, you need to call Sam out on his bullshit, that's snake behavior.
We talked already. He was worried. that it made it look like that. But
Doug 714 says, enjoy your lunch. Chipotle sounds yummo.
Yeah. My thing is dirty. Yeah. So I don't know. I might. I'm thinking about making a full story, not on my channel though. Full story. Regulation. What is it called? Regulation. I don't know what's the word. Like I will just go from the beginning of the story and all the way to the end, and that's what.
MR Peggy Hill says, I love the spicy salsa at Chipotle. Yeah. It's so addictive, like Warcraft, Andy.
Are you really addicted to me? Are you really? Are you gonna be here when I'm rich? Are you gonna be here when I'm poor? I want to keep streaming even if I'm rich or poor. I mean more poor. You ain't overheat. Yeah.
DJ Bruce says, do you like the job? MR Peggy Hill says, you'll never be rich unless you sue someone or win the lotto TBH. Bogzilla says, Andy's Manifesto, the story of a delusional incel man-child, New York's bestseller.
That's possible. I don't think I have anything to drink. Let me go back and drink. Strawberry lemonade. No, it's gonna overheat. Fuck. I wish there was a way to like create shade in the car. Is there an invention? Just to create shade? Like you're literally in the sun and I don't want the sun on you. So, after that stream, they basically just talking shit about me. And they said they dropped
DJ Bruce says, sun visor. Bogzilla says, shut that dirty mouth when you chew car.
I'm trying.
Hi, what can I get for you?
This, what's it called? Do you have a mango lemonade? A pineapple.
MR Peggy Hill says, you should shave your beard.
Anything else?
That's it.
Shall it be fourth or second window?
So, they were talking a lot of shit and they dropped my username. So, technically speaking, because they dropped my username, I could probably drop their usernames as well on stream. And
Momage of Emma Milk says, your ass got clowned yesterday.
Oh, I mean, they look dumb too, actually. I mean, they look a lot worse than me because they're spending hours and hours of scripting. Hours of scripting, dude. They spent hours of scripting the freaking show. So it's hilarious. And not just like one show. They did this multiple streams. Like 2 or 3, 4 streams. It's hilarious. They spent all this time on just me, dude.
MR Peggy Hill says, anyone have the VOD timestamp on when this occurred? Probably WW3 says, your ass got clowned yesterday.
I don't know what that means. I mean, they were mocking me, obviously. But they were mocking me from multiple streams. It wasn't just yesterday. Yesterday was their end game, per se. But not really. They knew I wasn't going to react to it, but I mean, I didn't want to react to it. I didn't want to react to it, but like, literally my whole chat's talking about it.
Tyler Dude says, Andy lives rent-free in their head.
Yeah, I'm in their head, 100%. Thank you. Good night. So, what's it called?
Probably WW3 says, it means they were collectively taking a dump on you. Doug 714 says, I missed it. Who was clowning Jay? Bogzilla says, wait, what did I miss? Stream Elements says, we're taking a quick break. See you in 1 minute 30 seconds.
So, they did like they basically did like a mock stream, like mocking me. And Sam.
Bogzilla says, Andy lives rent-free, period.
and Sam, I don't know if he didn't notice that they were doing like a mock stream, like mocking me. But he went in on it and basically farmed the shit out of it.
MR Peggy Hill says, why would you allow a friend's stream to make fun of you at your expense without your consent? Why are you letting them all walk all over you?
What? Peggy Hill? These two individuals are not my friends, dude. Who said that? I banned them both 2 months ago from my channel and my life.
Probably WW3 says, you need to reevaluate who you consider friends. Streamers aren't your friends.
Sam is a friend, but I don't know if he realized if they were mocking me or not. That's it. I just don't think he realized it. Oh yeah. They were talking a lot of shit about me after collaborating with Sam.
Probably WW3 says, if he didn't realize then he's dumber than you are. He was complicit.
And the thing is that his first language is not English, which I know it could sound like an excuse, but like how can you see and hear mocking? You can't really unless you know American culture like really well. It's like understanding how to spot someone who has...
Doug 714 says, talking shit behind your back is pretty bad.
What? What do you mean? I don't think Sam was talking shit behind my back. I mean, I don't think he was.
Probably WW3 says, he did all of college in English. If his English is good enough to graduate with a degree, then his English is already better than yours.
Yeah. But they all teach mocking, though. Mocking is a culture thing. There's no class on how to mock someone. You just have to pick it up. Just like sarcasm. They don't teach sarcasm in college. Not usually.
MR Peggy Hill says, facts.
They never teach sarcasm and mocking.
Probably WW3 says, you're a damn fool.
Why?
You don't even respect yourself.
Why you say that? No, I'm trying to like, how do you call it? Give benefit of doubt, which is I understand someone.
MR Peggy Hill says, I think this is why people call you a soy boy.
Why? The thing is that if I told my story in full detail, will people give a shit? Probably not. But it'll get off my chest at least. You know? And this person decided to drop my username live on stream, talking shit. Basically, she has no case on defamation anymore. She cannot sue me, even before she said my name. She had no evidence. When she dropped my name, basically, she now I have a case of defamation. But I don't give a shit about defamation. I'll just defend myself on my characteristics. So, I ain't no pussy ass butch to like use defamation bullshit a lot.
Probably WW3 says, this isn't about your story, it's about people you consider friends or acquaintances platforming people talking shit about you. Why are you this dense?
No, the thing is that I can't make my acquaintances or friends not be acquaintances or friends with other people. It's like not really a cool thing to do, you know? Like, it's like me telling Scentless, yo, Scentless, you cannot talk to that lady anymore, okay? Or we're not going to be friends anymore, and I ban you right now. If you do. See, that's, I'm not like that. I'm not gonna say that, obviously. You know, I have to ban a lot of people. I don't want to do that. You know. No.
Probably WW3 says, what you can do is reevaluate how close your relationship really is. No one is saying ban them. MR Peggy Hill says, sure, you can of course say that, but it's his decision to take your suggestion or not. Probably WW3 says, but don't welcome that type of behavior with open arms.
I know. I wasn't happy when I saw it. 100%. When I saw Sam on there, I said, what the fuck, this motherfucker? He lied the fuck out of me. He lied the shit out of me. He lied to me because he said he wasn't talking to him. Yeah, at first I was pissed off. But then he reached out to me first. Then he wanted to clear things up. If I watched it or not. So, I think he felt bad for sure. You know?
Probably WW3 says, that's the appropriate reaction.
Oh. I don't know if other people were like pressuring him. I don't know if Sim Mafia were pressuring him because he's part of Sim Mafia.
Doing damage control fell after the fact changes nothing.
I don't know.
Momage of Emma Milk says, I don't have anything against Sam, but he def shat on you by working alongside them with this.
Yeah. I mean, at first that was my reaction too.
Soy boy.
Huh? That was my reaction too. I was pissed. But I'm also one of his advisors.
MR Peggy Hill says, I had Wendy's for lunch, 2 son of the enlarged fries for $6.
Wow. I mean,
Momage
like
of Emma Milk says, soy boy.
I only eat Wendy's because I'm poor and I have no time for like real food or real meal. I like Wendy's. It's only because of lack of options.
Poultry Motion says, I ate Wendy Arden.
What? So, tonight, I don't know which channel I'm going to be on. I'm going to talk about it. Full story. And see where it goes from there, you know? I'm still crazy enough and allowing this person that's involved with the drama. I'm willing to forgive them if they're admitting they're at fault.
Poultry Motion says, what story?
They admitting that they're at fault. They lied about XYZ. And yeah, I'll forgive them. You know, even if it's in private, even if it's muted on stream.
How are you involved in more drama?
No, it's the same drama. It just.
What have you done now?
It's an update. Sam did like a therapy session with them.
MR Peggy Hill says, go full scorched earth Andy. Fuck them, expose them, lock up.
Oh. Peggy Hill, come on. I didn't expect you to talk like that.
Poultry Motion says, fucking hell, why are you lot still talking about this? Do you lot legit have nothing else going on in life?
I don't think you saw what happened last time. They did like a mock, they were mocking me on stream. They spent hours and hours and hours scripting a script to mock me about the drama with her.
I won't care.
So
let them.
So Sam saw that, but I don't think he realized they were mocking
them.
me. And then, you know, he took advantage of the situation and basically was like a therapist per se.
Just ignore them. Don't even give them attention. MR Peggy Hill says, revenge is sweetest when served motherfucking full speed.
Peggy Hill, why are you so naughty today?
All in.
All in. The thing is, like, that's the next
Momage
step.
of Emma Milk says, this is for sure some high school drama. You need to learn to just avoid some of these people you call friends.
If I just told my story at full, then I'll be at peace. Honestly. Because I know this person's crazy. I'm not a clinical professional, but they told me they were 5150 multiple times, so it's enough.
Fofia says, Chiefy, what is this angle brother? Poultry Motion says, nothing it make them rage more than never acknowledging their existence again.
I mean,
Nightbird says,
can't put you
Chad
under.
has watched Andy's neckbird 43 times.
I can't put you under because the sun's there and it will overheat.
Poultry Motion says, it's ceiling cam.
No. I cannot put you on the mountain shifter.
MR Peggy Hill says, explain story, have accurate timeline. Best to do this with PowerPoint in the background that you can show highlights with dates, timestamp evidence.
I was thinking about actually like getting clips from the streams just to like show certain aspects of the stream and part of the story. I do have clips, I do have VODs from my channel. I don't know if I can show their clips and their VODs, you know, just to prove a point.
DJ Brew says, it's an angle.
Yeah, it's an angle. I like my haircut, John. I don't know if you missed it, anyone. I like my haircut. It's short.
Poultry Motion says, my advice, ignore them and never even acknowledge them. Go to something else instead. They literally stunting you from growing. You are literally letting them dictate your life.
The thing is, like, I just want to say my full story and that's it.
Nightbird says,
all I
the
need to
family
do.
initiative is a new initiative I will be working on to build a very close and very trusted streamer circle on Twitch. I will only invite people who has very high trust in me to work on very new, intense, thought-provoking and innovative content. MR Peggy Hill says, best to do this when a structured timeline, instead of you jumping back and forth which will confuse Chad. Mikey Angelo says, so you're planning on escalating. Kia Fofia says, love the haircut Brummer. Sendless Apprentice says, first of all, no one in Simp Mafia including me had any idea last night was going to happen, except Sam and the participants. There was zero backdoor canvas, don't be so paranoid. I think the only scripted part from what I saw, like all of you, was their plan to have a podcast. Everything else everyone said seemed genuine, and sure Sam is all about content, but he was trying to help. Tyler Dude says, first of all, no one in Simp...
The thing is that, what's up, Magic Girl? The thing is, like, everyone noticed the bad acting. Everyone noticed it, by the way. And like, there's certain parts that they just couldn't stop laughing. Like, this is a serious situation from last night. They were playing serious, but they couldn't stop laughing at certain parts because they were literally mocking me of the drama, from my drama with that person. They were literally mocking me. So, and like after that stream, they started talking shit on their channels, like literally name dropping my name on their streams, and literally admitted the whole thing was scripted. Like and they went back to normal. Like she unmodded him and he unmodded her just to play this script to make it look more real. Even though when he said he blocked her, he didn't block her obviously. He was still getting calls on Discord. So how you get a call from Discord from this lady that you blocked? It's impossible, obviously. So obviously he was playing a script. Like, but the thing is, how you guys ignore that? Like, he blocked her, but he could get calls from her. He blocked her, but he gets calls from her. Do you not see that? It's like they're literally playing y'all, and you guys don't see it. It's just hilarious to me, honestly. And like, it's entertainment, and I don't know if it was entertainment. I think it was hilarious to a certain degree. The thing is, like, but you're basically, the whole script was me mocking me. That's it. That's the whole script. You know.
Poultry Motion says, you going to Twitch Kun? no one cares about this. Heartflix says, never-ending farming. Chato says, Andy has had nothing to do with that bullshit. I was talking shit in SM Discord. I don't get why we still need to farm this shit more, and now like you said you will have to drop the bombs since you were name dropped.
Yeah.
Momage of Emma Milk says, back to therapy.
Tomorrow, I'm scheduled. Yeah, but you not remember that he said he was going to go to therapy because of the situation, because he was being lied to and manipulated, but he was basically just
DJ Bruce says,
me.
Twitch can hide. MR Peggy Hill says, scorched earth Andy, napalm the fuck out of them.
What? No, chill. Yeah, I had nothing to do with that bullshit from last night, that's for sure. I heard there was shit talking going on in Sim Mafia Discord. That's what I heard. I mean, I don't go on anyone's Discord. I don't have that time. I don't have that kind of time to be on anyone's Discord except for mine and my streamer Discord.
Jimmy Oppa says, can you stop looking at the camera like that? Mikey Angelo says, I don't think he knows what scorched earth means.
I don't know. I'm full. Why is it so hot in here in chat?
Jimmy Oppa says, Andy don't got time yet, no entrepreneur work is being done.
What? What work? Who's working right now? I can't close this.
Stream Elements says, we're taking a quick break. See you in 1 minute 30 seconds. Poultry Motion says, OMFG Automate. Sendless Apprentice says, no one was talking about you in Simp Mafia until reacting to the stream like everyone else. Mikey Angelo says, Andy is so busy with being an entrepreneur he has no time to be an entrepreneur.
Well, Channel said Andy had nothing to do with that bullshit. I was talking shit in Simp Mafia Discord. That's what Shadow said.
Poultry Motion says, did you see the streamers shooting each other? MR Peggy Hill says,
no.
a scorched earth policy is a military strategy where an army deliberately destroys anything of value to an enemy, including resources, infrastructure, and property, so they cannot use it. This strategy aims to deprive the enemy of sustenance, shelter, and support, making their advance or occupation much more difficult. Probably WW3 says, honestly kick Sam, that type of behavior has no place in Shrimp Mafia. Jimmy Oppa says, that YouTuber beef is serious. Chato says, I was talking shit about the content, my bad. Not you Andy. Poultry Motion says, yeah YouTuber stream beef is real. Mikey Angelo says, is Andy making mountains out of molehills? Jimmy Oppa says, Andy a bit slow. You need to use simple words Chato G's.
Nah, I think Sam is gonna be. Sam is gonna be a big streamer. So like, the thing is that in my opinion, he's supporting not really good people. In my opinion,
John Brisk says,
his choice.
At Chiefy J.A.U.
It's his choice to be around those evil people.
Poultry Motion says, Shrimp Mafia 2, even Shrimpy. Mikey Angelo says, talk to Andy like he is in middle school.
But you know, he did offer me an option to share my story. So I don't know. It's like
Chato says, he's a great stream for sure.
It's not like it's completely, you know, one-way street. You know.
Poultry Motion says, ignore it.
I want to, but the thing is that they win if I ignore it. If I don't ignore it, they also win.
Mikey Angelo says, so you're going on his stream tonight and share your side?
I'm not official yet. It's just I'm thinking about it.
Jimmy Oppa says, man, imagine sitting in this car still yapping about this BS. Probably WW3 says, he's just using you for more content. Jimmy Oppa says, owl GGS. Poultry Motion says, no, they lose if you ignore it, their farming backfires. John Brisk says, what are we yapping about? Probably WW3 says, you're a damn fool. 310 Ajashi says, I agree with Poultry, ignore it all.
The thing is like I mean, I don't want to escalate, but the thing is that
Mikey Angelo says, oh cool, sounds like we escalating. Poetry Motion says, it's such an easy win, not even mention it.
the thing is that we had literally everyone talking about it. And I didn't bring it up. So like, I can't just ignore the whole community. The community wants me to defend myself. And the community...
Mikey Angelo says, you guys know damn well he won't listen to us and already made up his mind. Poetry Motion says, I didn't even know about this. Mikey Angelo says, nothing we say will matter. Jimmy Opper says, this isn't content. Poetry Motion says, only reason I know is because of you waffling about it. MR Peggy Hill says, if you ignore it, do you think they will think you're more of a soy boy? Poetry Motion says, I don't come here for this dumb shit. I come here for all the other dumb shit. Mikey Angelo says, I didn't know about this.
About what? Oh, you weren't? Were you there last night? Yeah, they did. Basically, they were mocking me for the last few streams, just mocking my drama with the crazy person. I'm not comfortable saying her name yet on stream, even though she name dropped me last night and talked shit about me.
I was sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to go to sleep. I should have slept.
I only know because you said it.
Yeah, chat was talking about it already before you got here. So like.
Poetry Motion says, all this stream has been is you promoting them. They have played you.
Not really.
Jimmy Opper says, I come here to see Andy's dumb face. Nighty Gaming says, I'm always lost to all the drama. Jimmy Opper says, not comfortable. Scentless Apprentice says, you are keeping this alive by keeping talking about it.
The thing is that
310 Ajashi says, so let them mock you. Why does their opinion matter to you?
No, that she's obviously she's trying to trigger me. I mean, they're both trying to trigger me. I wasn't gonna react to it, but then everyone started talking about it. I can't just ignore every single person in chat. I don't know how to do that.
Mikey Angelo says, I come to see how it ends.
The thing is that Heartflix, I mean, I have to mute chat.
Heartflix says,
so the thing is that here's the issue, Heartflix. I don't watch e-girls. That's the issue. So this person talked shit about me last night, saying that I'm red pill because I don't watch women. I do watch women on Twitch, by the way. I just don't watch e-girls. It's completely different. An e-girl is when you create content, making it seem like you're available to your chat. You're single and you're available to your chats in a romantic sense or whatever, you know, or making them think that you're available to possibly date someone in chat. So that's why I don't watch those streamers usually. I mean, the ones I do watch when they're like a subtle level of e-girl, but you can barely tell. They're not like trying to show off their body all the time. Very, very little. So that's like the most exposure I have. There's not that many e-girls that are like that on Twitch. Like, they're very subtle. They're like very completely covered up. But they make it seem like they're available. They flirt with chat. They also like contact certain chatters, like certain oilers. If you're a certain oiler, they'll contact you in private, you know, on video call or phone calls or whatever, to make it like more personable thing and make it look like they're available or something like that. You know what I mean? You know, so that's what certain e-girls do. I'm not around that because usually their chats are like super toxic, in my opinion, because everyone's fighting for the attention of the one streamer, which is the e-girl. Like, when I go into a woman's chat, a strong, respectable woman, doesn't like, I mean, I still respect certain e-girls where they try to make their money, trying to make a living, obviously, but I respect other women in Twitch where they're not trying to like win, you know, guys over, you know, because of their body, you know what I mean, or their emotional attraction they're trying to do with you. They're doing content that's like funny. Those are the ones I respect a lot. There's not that many. Not every e-girl content is not meant to be funny. It's meant to be like you connect at an emotional level. That's e-girl content. And non-e-girl content is like you laugh, entertaining, and stuff like that. You know, it's not that many of them like that on Twitch.
Single thing out for 6 months. Massive skill issue, IMO. Mikey Angelo says, you don't think they went on this podcast because you kept talking about them even though you didn't say their names? Like how you said she has sugar daddies and play a bunch of guys.
Yeah. Oh wait, no. I know she does. So she has a sugar daddy in Australia, Norway, Sweden, California, Texas. Maybe Hawaii is a new one. I'm not too sure. Yeah, those are the ones. Regular trips, by the way.
Platforming people talking shit about him and joining in.
Regular
His dense ass is still hyper fixated about his story. Jimmy Opper says, literally who asked Neckbert? Mikey Angelo says, how the fuck did you just ignore my main point? I said don't you think this is your fault because you kept talking about them?
Not about them and their personal life, no. About my personal experience that I had with them, yes. Because my personal experience, like, they want to erase from my brain.
Sendless Apprentice says, you were basically talking shit about them and keeping this whole thing alive.
But they're also trying to control the narrative. So they don't want to look bad because I share my personal experiences. I understand what's
Mikey
going on.
Angelo says, your personal life includes them, so you're talking about them. OMG.
Well, I mean, I can't. I wish I could remove them from my memories, but I can't. Obviously, it's a learning lesson. I stumbled onto like the worst people on the planet I ever met in my life.
You literally said she has sugar daddies and did this multiple times.
Yeah, which is, I mean, in my experience from my.
And you don't think you're at fault and escalated? Poultry Motion says,
no, actually.
Bro, no one cares.
So,
WHO.
So Michelangelo thinks I originally escalated this. So, the last voice call I had with them was me, like, trying to, like, ask her, like, will you be happier if we're just friends? And she said, yeah, but let's revisit this in a couple months. I said, do you even have feelings for me at all? She said, of course I do. And I rebutted, saying, well, will you be okay if I dated other people? And she called me an idiot and hung up on me. That's what happened. And she escalated it. She could have just said, yeah, date other people. That's fine. I don't give a shit. Why didn't she say that? And everything would have been completely fine. But no, she got offended.
Stop putting words in my mouth. You know what? You're right, Andy. Poultry Motion says, you get one guy so much that you'd probably have a fit in 5 guys. Mikey Angelo says, you're not at fault. This is all her fault. Sendless Apprentice says, I'm surprised words is not a banned word. Mikey Angelo says, you totally didn't do anything wrong. Jimmy Opper says, big shrimp mad.
Well,
Tyler Dude says, it's been a couple months now, so you're saying there's a chance. Poultry Motion says, can we just go do something?
who said chance?
Jimmy
about
Opper
what?
says,
A chance of what? No.
Sendless
No,
Apprentice
I think
says,
you ignored me.
let's go find some new ceilings.
What? Tyler, dude. No, our last voice call was just a couple days after my birthday. I asked her, will you be happier if we're just friends? She said, yeah. But let's revisit this in a couple months. This part was the romantic part. Like, I clarified this part many, many times with her. Many, many times. Many, many times. And she kept on saying, I considered it. She originally said she considered it, but then it became more than considered, progressively. I mean, I don't want to go over the whole story right now. I'll talk about it later tonight or whatever, or tomorrow night. We'll see. If I do, I don't know yet. But, what did you say? Tell dude? Yeah, she said we'll revisit this in a couple months. I have feelings for me? Like, if you even have feelings for me, she said, of course I do. Then why do you want me to just be friends then? While you're like literally hanging out with this other dude every single day. It looks like you don't have feelings at all. You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me. And I responded like, yeah. So is it okay to see other people? And she got super jealous and called me an idiot and hung up the call. Like, if you have no feelings for me, you should have just said, yeah, I can date other people. We should be friends. That's the proper way of handling the situation. You know?
Now you need to download that clip and put it on IG and Twitter, please. Mikey Angelo says, they nasty people. You should expose them. Don't let them say those shits about you. You need to defend yourself.
I know what they want me to do it because they're literally getting off on it. They're literally laughing right now because I can't control every single person in chat. I just can't. It's. Well, would have a dead chat.
Fofia says, WTF are you doing, Chiefy? Sendless Apprentice says, I don't think any of us know enough to judge any of the parties involved, should just move on.
No, the thing is, like,
Poultry Motion says, I am laughing my ass off because I am rewatching that clip.
the thing is, like, my full story is not.
Mikey Angelo says, 6 minutes left.
I should head back.
Poultry Motion says, FFS, you had such a funny clip and you were talking about this dumb shit.
What clip are you talking about? I have no idea. I have zero idea what you're talking about.
Probably WW3 says, those two are irrelevant. You need to move on from that bit. What you should be upset about is the person who gave them a platform and joined in. Jimmy Oppa says, no one cares brah. Mikey Angelo says, nah, Andy shouldn't move on. They made them look bad and now the community thinks he is the bad guy. He should go on Sam and tell his side of the story. Poultry Motion says, the butterhead. It was absolute keynote. DJ Brew says, W clip. Jimmy Oppa says, nice sticker. John Brice says, LeMayo. Did you pay for the damage? LeMayo. Poultry Motion says, actual W clip. He did offer to pay, to be fair. DJ Brew says, Butterfingers. Poultry Motion says, and they said it was okay.
Are you still there?
John Brice says, oh okay.
Any mods, Sentless? What's going on? What's the clip about? I have no idea. I have no idea what the clip about. Hello?
Scentless Apprentice says, what do you want?
Can you rate
Poultry
someone?
Motion says, the Butterhead clip.
Can you rate someone? In my circle?
Mikey Angelo says, the Butterhead clip. Poultry Motion says, from the shop. Gamon Jenkins says, how's it going, King? Lady Stiletto says, the Buddha clip. Scentless Apprentice says, it's a clip of some shit you did from your stream. Poultry Motion says, where you murdered Butter. Jimmy Oppa says, let's settle this on Judge Judy. Gamon Jenkins says, missing you. DJ Brew says, 2 days ago at that shop. John Brice says, lol. Mikey Angelo says, I see Andy has trouble keeping up with 2 different topics. John Brice says, mods.
Mods, does anyone rate? Can you rate someone? Mods.
Mikey Angelo says, fuck, it's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. I'll be home. It's like around 7-ish. Any mods? Rate me out, please.
Zagishanin says, snooze is not live. Scentless Apprentice says, not many people alive, genuine or 9th child. Filsky says, why do you have tape on your left breast? Poultry Motion says, Raid Hassan. DJ Brew says, mods. John Brice says, lol. Jimmy Oppa says, free the left breast.
No, Jimmy, who's live?
Mikey Angelo says, to hide his logo, he is learning. Tyler Dude says, Raider E-girl.
Who?
Poultry Motion says, titty tape. John Brice says, back to work? Probably WW3 says, probably has his name or place of work embroidered on the shirt. John Brice says, Raiden Eggeril. Mikey Angelo says,